Oh, great. Just got a smudge on my glasses. Hey. Hey, you. Hey, people. Oh, my goodness. Have I been vacationing or what? I am still on vacation. So you're probably not even expecting me to do a TikTok live, but you know what? It's raining out, or it's going to rain. So I've decided to just show up and check in because it's been a hot minute, right? It's been a slow minute. It's been a medium-sized minute. So good morning, or actually it's noontime where I am. I'm on the east coast of the United States, really on the east coast of the United States. I'm on Cape Cod, or as we Mass-holes call it, the Cape. But I'm not on the ocean side, I'm on the bay. All good. And because it's raining, literally I see people walking down the beach right now and they've got their hoods up, and that's not how I roll. But I'm staying at a really kind of very minimalist kind of cottage here, and it's kind of funny how your environment shapes how you are. Hey, Cat Mama, hopefully you got a notification that I was going live. I know you said that there was some issues there, but I'm kind of rusty at this, you guys. I've been traveling so much, I haven't done a TikTok live. Always tired. I'm one of your clients just saying hi, Beth. Ooh, always tired. I love it. It's a mystery client, you know. I used to call myself online Maud Betty. That was my name. And then I just got used to just calling myself Beth. Beth from Destination Declutter, Decluttering Life Coach. That's me. But hello. Hilda is saying good morning. After a crazy, crazy week. Not just crazy, but crazy to the second power. I needed you. Here I am. You asked for it, you got it, Toyota. So yeah, it's raining today where I am, and I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. We drive home tomorrow, and I'm going to do I get some coaching to do, get some TikTok lives I'm going to do starting up again next week, and some consultations for coaching. Leslie, good afternoon from Ohio. Kia, nice to see you. Kathy as well. This is what I like to call the maybe the romper room portion of the show, or as my husband, who has kindly secluded himself away in the other tiny room here to play some guitar, the Mr. Rogers portion of the show. So if we haven't met before, my name is Beth. I am a decluttering life coach, and my coaching is called Destination Decluttered. Now, I haven't been on TikTok doing a live. Boy, have I been scrolling on it when I've gotten some free time, because isn't that what we all do? Like, oh, I'm just going to scroll on TikTok. I usually do TikTok lives, but I've been traveling, hence me calling my coaching Destination Decluttered, because I think of life as a road trip, and I want you to think of decluttering as a road trip as well. Now, if you're like, wait, what, huh? Don't worry, I can explain it to you. But I'm really showing up now to just see if you need any help, any encouragement. Like, what's stopping you from getting started with your decluttering? Maybe I can help you with it. Now, I don't come to your house and do it, no, because the clutter is not about what's around you, and it's about kind of the clutter up here that results in the clutter out there, you know? Carla, oh hey, Carla, nice to see you. Hope you have had a great relaxing time away. Thank you for saying that. Yes, you know what's been really cool? I will share this with you. We did a bunch of traveling last week and in midweek. We got home to where we live like Tuesday morning, literally 9 a.m. And then immediately we had somebody come to work on the house. And then noontime on Wednesday, we drove from Pennsylvania up to Massachusetts because my nephew was graduating high school. And so that drive and that hang with friends and that day of family, and then that was a lot, especially because we were running on empty, as Jackson Brown would say, because we were still, jet lagged from coming home. It has been delightful to just chill. It has been weird to just chill. The funny thing is, I will share with you, I think I'm turning into my parents, okay? Because when we used to go down the Cape, they'd be like, all I want to do is lay down and read. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go out to the honky tonks. Being a child, all I wanted to do was go play with stuff, but now I get it. And especially now we're in this tiny little cottage, but I love it, right on the water here. So I'm having a wonderful time. Thank you. So Kit Kat, let me help you out with that. I saw your comment. Kit Kat is saying, in this economy, it's hard to donate clothes because my size changes often. Okay. Well, first of all, nobody says you have to donate anything. Whatever you donate is completely 100% up to you, and you are in control of that. Now, the interesting thing for me is, I think everything's interesting. Did you notice my, you know what the interesting thing is? Notice that you're keeping different clothes of different sizes. Maybe, your sizes are changing often. That's cool. And also notice the fear, though. Notice there's fear. There's a thought in your head. In this economy, I can't donate anything. I'm afraid that if I donate it and I change sizes, I'm going to have to buy new clothes, and it's going to cost money to buy new clothes, and therefore I better hang on to my stuff. I get it. No big deal. What I want to empower everybody with is you are in complete control. There are things in the world we cannot control, but you know what you can control is the amount of stuff in your house and the quality of items in your house and the quantity. Well, that's a fancy way of saying amount. The quantity and quality of the stuff in your house. You can control that. If it were only so easy. It was so funny. I was watching I won't name names, but I was watching a self-help person here on TikTok. I do that because I really truly benefited by getting some coaching and self-help, and even just reading books and seeing videos and stuff. And somebody's like, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And I was like, yeah, I can do it. And then she was like, so you just got to do it. I'm like, yeah. I don't know about you, but me, you, if I know what to do, I know up here, I should do that. I know what to do. But here's the deal. Sometimes I don't know how to do it. So the cool thing is with the decluttering, I teach you a process. I will totally teach the whole thing on this TikTok right away because it's wicked simple. But the thing that's kind of the missing link in a lot of this is kind of discovering why you're not doing it. And the why has nothing to do with the rational brain of knowing what you should do. It's whether you feel like doing it or you don't feel like doing it. Now, I coach a lot, so you'll notice even right now, when I talk about this stuff, my hand goes to my heart. It's actually funny. I've got a t-shirt on that has a picture of my mayor back at home on it, and not the mayor of Easttown, the murder-dirter. Discovering why you're not doing what you know you should do, you want to do, you have to do, all those things. That, to me, is the interesting, fun part. So I could say, oh, just do this, just do this, just do this, boom, you're done. Yeah, but if you don't feel like you can do it, you're not going to do it. Okay? So I help you with that. Awesome Sauce. Oh, hey, Awesome Sauce. Just had my baby. Congratulations. And realized I don't need over half of the baby items I purchased. Okay? I get that. We often notice where my hands go with this one. I will share this. A lot of people listen to my TikToks. They don't necessarily watch them because all I do is sit here and talk to my phone because it's the 21st century and I'm connecting with people, across the world because of this wonderful portal into, other dimensions. You've got the past, you've got the present right here, and then we've got the future. In the past, you anticipated, you thought you might need this quantity of baby items. And then in the present, in the reality of the situation with the baby, you realized, oh, I didn't need as many as I thought I did. So notice this is going to happen to all of us. This happened to you. It's happened to me. You think you need more than you did. Just notice that. Notice that and maybe do something different next time. Okay? Notice these things. Yeah, and just Michelle is saying, and if you're a neurodivergent in any form, which frankly I think everybody is, you've got extra work to figure some of that out. Oh, completely. Yes, and Kay is saying, you can say that again. I will say this. Every one of us is wired differently. I don't, I'm a Gen Xer, so I have song lyrics pop up in my head all the time. Who knows? Maybe that's a tell of my neurodivergence. But when I say this, I think of the theme to the Square Pegs TV show, and I say, one size does not fit all. Square pegs, square pegs, square pegs. Always never quite right. But what I want to share with you is that's okay. You're awesome for how you're wired because you can do things other people can't. So finding out how you're wired and then not using it as an excuse or a I don't know what you call it, like a jail sentence, but using it as a, oh, now I know I just need to find some ways that work for me. And I have done that. I freaking love my life. I get stuff done. I keep a nice house. I make money. I do all sorts of good things. I have adventures. I love people. I have friends. All these good things because I've learned to pay attention to what works for me and plan and arrange things accordingly and hang out with people who love me for who I am and don't beat me up for what I'm not. Okay? Now, SLS64 is saying, issues in relationship due to my clutter. Okay, so notice right here, we've got a perfect example of the clutter is not just about how your house looks. Because it could look really nice. Here, I'm going to show you a real quick thing. There we go. Okay, so here, really quickly, I'm going to show you. So right here, we've got, I'm probably going to screw something up here. So I'm going to give you a quick 2-second tour. See this place? Does this look nothing like the colorful background that I often do a pop-up TikTok live in my own house? Because I'm on vacation. So this place could look good, but it could be a hot mess if we opened up some doors and drawers. Now it's a rental, so there's not going to be clutter. But notice how clutter is not just about how a place looks. It's about how it makes you feel and how it makes other people feel too. Now you probably don't feel so great because you have an issue in a relationship and it has to do with your clutter. So clutter affects more than just the way your house looks. I get that. I totally know that. But the neat thing is you can do different things with your clutter, and then that will change the dynamic in your relationship. Now, Kara, I love this. This is wicked funny because, notice I'm even saying wicked funny. So Kara's saying, just sat down for gardening break, and here you are, rain and cold now, so moving to sell and declutter mode. Oh, don't mind me. What do you need? Chair? Okay. I am in Massachusetts right now, Kara. Looking out here, I've got on the way, the Cape Cod Bay right here. I don't even know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can change the, oh, I can't change the thing, but trust me. Let's see. Can you see the water out there? There we go. Okay, yeah, and the reason I'm here on TikTok Live, Kara, is because it is rainy and cold here now too, because Massachusetts, right? So that's why I'm here. Okay. So I just say, notice that clutter, and I say this to my clients, like when I do an intake, I hate that word. I don't like official words. Like when I have a conversation with people, when they are deciding if they want me as their decluttering life coach, I have a conversation to just determine if I'm going to be able to help them with their stuff. And there are a series of questions I ask. I ask the standard questions of everybody all the time, nice and consistent, to just maybe kind of illuminate where the clutter may be affecting more than just how your house looks, like Martha Stewart. Okay? Carla is just saying, I have begun to realize how much a cluttered house affected my children now that they are adults. Yes. My friend, I am one of those children. I'm not your child, but you know what I mean. I am a child of growing up in a cluttered home. My dad grew up with people who collected all sorts of things and held on to things because they were raised by people who went through the Great Depression of the 20s and 30s. I grew up being a clutter bug. Like normally if I was out here on vacation, I'd be like, well, it's kind of rainy. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit a bunch of gift shops. I'm going to look for a bunch of tchotchkes and I'm going to buy them. Well, maybe I did that for my teens and 20s and 30s and maybe into my 40s. But then I was like, now I have too much stuff. What do I do with it? But I had to unlearn some of those things about clutter. So I'm with you. I am a reformed. I joke about this. I say I'm a reformed collector. Okay. Shelley Smith says, "Oh, Beth is awesome. Oh, thank you." And also has a YouTube video for everyone to watch. She's been a lifesaver. Oh, thank you, Shelley Smith. That's awesome. Because, yeah, so just so you know, I try to keep things really simple, really simple. The simpler, the better in my mind. And so the the Destination Decluttered YouTube channel, all it really is, don't tell YouTube this, but all it really is a place where I upload the recordings of these TikTok lives. And I do this because somebody last year, when I very first started doing TikTok lives, asked me, do you record these? I'd like to listen to it later. It had never occurred to me to do that. As soon as somebody asked for it, boom, you asked for it, you got a Toyota. And so I started uploading those to YouTube. Sorry, I'm having a hard time talking today. And they're there for you to watch. There are over 200 of them. Don't get overwhelmed. I've chunked them down into a month. Okay? So if you want to, if you're like, oh, hey, I'd love to find out what's more about, but I'm busy, you got a whole slew of them there. And then also this week, I'm going to be starting to do more TikTok lives now that I'm coming back from vacation. Okay? Okay, Carla says, my son truly has a lot of unresolved issues with me because of the clutter. Well, the wonderful thing is, Carla, my dear, is you are doing things about the clutter. And you know what you're doing too, which is so powerful, and everybody listen to this. You are recognizing, you are noticing, you are becoming aware of the fact that your clutter is affecting your life, not just how your house looks. It's how it makes you feel and how it makes other people feel. Okay, good morning, user 1963. I can't say all those other numbers after you. It's like pi, but I know it. Okay. And captured seconds is saying, I'm so glad you record. Cool, thank you for letting me know. I will continue to do it. Often lives hold such an amazing nuggets that get lost. Yes, thank you. I do need to go through and kind of, again, you know what I will collect is like the nuggets from each one of them. But they all come up organically. It's kind of like maybe when I would go out to the ocean here and look for sea glass. My mom used to collect sea glass. Oh my God, now we have like, giant glass containers of sea glass. And yeah, you discover new things. Okay, great stuff. I tell everyone, excellent. I'm breaking it. Yeah, there you go. And I love it. Carla is saying, and notice this again. I talked about the past is kind of back here. Like this is where I would say this is where I'll introduce that kind of road trip analogy. And this is me like driving along. I'm steering. Actually, I'll probably steer this way, but that looks weird because if I was steering this way, the car would be going like that. But you've got your past. Think of today as a you are here moment on a map. You drove on certain roads to get to where you are today. I drove on Route 6A on the Cape to get here. I drove on 195. I drove on 95 and the PA Turnpike to get here. You take certain roads that got you wherever you are. Don't judge it. Don't judge it. Judging is such a waste of time. But you are here now. And when you have that awareness, when you're like, hey, you know what? This isn't working out for me, then you can do something different. You can break the chain of love and change things for yourself, change things for maybe the other people in your life, and also change things, as Carol is saying, for her grandkids. I will say, so Carla's one of my clients. She didn't, this is not a paid testimonial, but she's like, oh my gosh, I don't want it to be the same for my grandkids. And so that passion in her, that energy in her tank is like causing her to drive towards her destination decluttered. Okay, now here's a wonderful thing. So rainbow butterfly, let me help you with this. Overwhelm. Notice how somebody said something about the nuggets on the TikTok lives. I'm going to share with everybody. Overwhelm. Notice how you feel overwhelmed. Notice how you notice that you're overwhelmed. What does it feel like to you? Because pretty much everybody who comes on here will say the same things. I'm overwhelmed and I don't know what to do. I am overwhelmed and I don't know what to do. Okay, so let's break that down. Because the very first thing is to deal with your overwhelm. Overwhelm is a feeling in your body brought on by thoughts in your mind. I just did a total David Burton right there, You have words in your head. You have sentences in your head that cause you to feel overwhelmed. Okay? I am overwhelmed by my clutter. I am feeling overwhelmed. You're not over. I am overwhelmed. No, I am doll eyes. No, I am overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed. Notice there's a difference between being something and feeling something. Distance yourself from the overwhelm by just thinking that. I feel overwhelmed by my clutter. You know why? It's hard for me to get rid of stuff I don't need anymore. That's a sentence in your head. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Just notice it. You tell yourself, because you wrote it down, it's hard for me to get rid of stuff I don't need anymore. So that's a good starting point. Everybody, start with making sure you're feeling good, feeling better, physically and mentally, before you even start to declutter. If you are not in good frame of mind, if you don't feel good, if you don't feel like doing it, you're not going to do it. So what I like to say, and I wish I had one of my mugs. I'm in a rental, so I got the rental mugs. They're nice. They all match. This place is so matchy-matchy. It's very adorable. Is calm down your nervous system. Slow down your nervous system. Breathe down to the bottom of your lungs. Quiet down your nervous system. Notice I keep on using the word down. Down, down comes up all the time. Calm down your nervous system. Slow down your thinking. Turn down the volume on the unhelpful thoughts, your backseat drivers, as I like to call them. When you feel better, then when you quiet down that backseat driver, again, here's where I'm coming in with the road trip metaphor. You are the driver in the car. You have control over everything in the car. The people in the passenger seats do not. You have passengers in your car. You have passengers in your back seat. Your backseat drivers, those are the words that cause you the feelings that say, I don't want to do this. I'm shutting down. You're too old. There's too much. I'm overwhelmed. There's so much. Why are you doing this? You've always been like this. I can't believe you bought all that stuff. You wasted money on that. Shh. No, I say this, but shh, just quiet down. Think of it like a scared little kid. That's not the only other person in the car. You also have a co-pilot. Co-pilot is the passenger in the front seat next to you. Now, they still can't reach over and steer or put their foot on the gas or even things. But you know what your co-pilot can do? I show up as a co-pilot, people. I talk like a freaking co-pilot. You can do this. You can do this. I can help you. Let's chunk it down. Why is it hard for you to get rid of stuff? I will listen to you. I listen to you. Why is it hard? Well, because back in the day, I didn't have stuff. I am afraid that I'm going to need it again. Now, notice fear is in the back seat. Luckily, love is your co-pilot. When you notice that kind of interplay, then you can do something about it. Okay? So, first of all, though, everybody start with noticing how you feel and working on that first. And seriously, I say working on it. I don't like the word work. I don't like work. Breathing. Number one thing. Breathe intentionally, almost like meditating, calming down, quieting down. Close down your eyes. There's a new down. Close your eyes down, breathe down, calm down. Breathe down, slow down, all the downs. And then once you feel better, then your co-pilot, you've quieted down your backseat drivers. Notice, quiet down the backseat drivers. And then your co-pilot can be like, you know what, you can do this. I'll listen to you. Why is it hard for you? And then seriously, I have a notebook right in front of me. Get a notebook. You know me. I might make some different ones, but at the moment I use these 50-cent notebooks from Staples. Write it down. Okay? Oh, funny. 89 Design says, love your nail polish. Yeah, I went on vacation. I got a mani-pedi. Kara went to a great mid-century estate sale yesterday on the Cape, but nothing. So fun. Isn't it fun, though? Here's a fun thing that Kara just brought up, is the ability to go look at items, the ability to have fun looking at items, but you don't need to buy them. You can if you want. I bet Kara, if she saw something that she wanted, boom, she would have bought it. I do the same thing. We went to Provincetown yesterday, and I was like, I'm going to allow myself to buy anything I want. Did I see anything? Oh, wait, actually, no, that was this morning. I bought some stuff at the little superette around here. Okay. There we go. Yeah, Pink at Hearts Green got me in my Gen X singing, my lovely singing voice. All right. Yes. Okay, yeah. Be cautious that you are not your own backseat driver. Okay. And Carla, I want to share with you and everybody, we are all our own backseat driver, and we are all our own co-pilot. I joke about this because for decades I worked for other people. Now I work for myself, so I joke that I am the world's best employee and worst employee, and I am the world's best boss and the worst boss. I'm every woman. It's all in me. Okay? There are external, trust me, there are external co-pilots and backseat drivers. I am an external co-pilot to you. I speak the way, can you imagine if I showed up and I'm like, you got this, you're so good, you can get it, I'm cheering you on, I'm showing you ways to do things. If you spoke like I do to you internally, how much better you'd feel, and when you feel better, you will do better. Okay? Yes, and I love this. User 82937 says, I used to not be able to walk out of a store without buying something. It took practice. Yeah, practice, practice, practice. How do you get to, not Sesame Street, how do you get to Radio City Music Hall? Practice, practice, practice. Okay? Notice these things. Now, I missed a few things, so I'm scrolling back here. What do we got? Yeah, and I don't know quite the connection, because I love it when people chat in between and they're connecting with people. This is what it's all about. You're not alone. And even Rainbow Butterfly 87 said it, or excuse me, user 1963 said it to Rainbow Butterfly 87. You are not alone. You are not alone. There's some goofy song from the 80s. I won't sing it because I don't know it, because I only know the cool songs from the 80s. The 80s, 90s, and beyond. You are not alone if you're struggling with clutter. You're not. So many freaking people struggle with clutter. It's not even funny. Now I'm talking like Mia Quimby or John F. Kennedy. I am a Berliner. Okay? Yeah, right. I can't change the past, but I can do differently now. Carla, testify. Erin says, when I have more than I need of something is scrunchies, I struggle to figure out which ones to keep. Now, this is an interesting thing. I love this part, because get in touch with your own self. Get in touch with what you like. Now, here's a road trip kind of driving reference. Think about this. Everybody, think about when you are driving and you come to a traffic signal. The lights, the 3 lights, and you stop or you slow down or you go. Think of that light here in your body. Now, I know in yoga and stuff like that, they talk about your chakras. That's in its own thing. I like to keep things simple, and I like to use phrases in words that I already know about. So I want you to picture this, a day in December. I want you to picture the traffic signal in your body, but I want you to flip it upside down. You've got a green light here, you've got a yellow light here, you've got a red light here. Pick your favorites. Your favorite things are the things that you don't know why, but they kind of tug at your heartstrings. They draw you forward. You literally be like, ooh, I like that one. Oh, that's my favorite. Start with those ones. Don't start with what to try to get rid of. Make piles. Green, yellow, red. Green are the ones you love, the ones you use all the time, the t-shirts you wear all the time. I wear 20% of my clothes 80% of the time. You rarely see me in something other than a t-shirt and a hoodie because I'm comfortable. I do wear other stuff though. So that's green light. The red light is down below where your poop chute is. It's the stuff you definitely know you don't want. They don't work well. They don't go well. You tried it. It doesn't, try it. You like it. You didn't like it. That's the red stuff. You know some of the things you don't want to get rid of. Here's where the clutter happens. It's more like the yellow. Yellow is between the green and the red. Yellow, when you're driving the car, again, car metaphors, people, they work because we all drive. And even if you don't drive, even if you're Amish, somebody drives you and you know that people driving stop at a red light, they go at a green light, and when a yellow light comes up, there's this little bit of tension, this little bit of back and forth, as I say, the should I stay or should I go, if anybody's familiar with the Clash. Well, I kind of want it, but I don't. I kind of don't want it, but I do. And that's where the longer you hang out with yourself and you get to know you, I will not sing The King and I. The more you know about yourself, what you like and what you don't like, the easier it is to make that decision. So get to know you. Erin, even just have some fun. Play with your stuff, people. Play with it. Have fun with this idea. Experiment. Get your scrunchies, put them all in a pile, and then play big piles, little piles. One big pile, and you start to categorize. Ooh, that was loud. Categories. Categories. Green, yellow, red. Green are the ones I love, reds are the ones I don't. What are left over? That's your yellow. And then we can help you filter through those. Okay? Yeah, Carla is saying, I'm fired up and mad at hell at all this stuff right now. Yeah, you have such a tiger in your tank, lady. You have like octane that they don't even measure in your cars, because if you put it in your tank, you would be zooming down the highway and looking for adventure. Okay? Okay. What else do we have here? Oops. Hey, I love this. Rangley Bean Team 777 says, I had a garage sale last weekend because of you. Because of me? Little old me? Awesome. Made $800 for what you did. Thank you for what you do for us. You're welcome. You're welcome. I know what it's like. And I know what it's like to have even a little bit of encouragement that can get you to do marvelous things. Notice how your clutter may be costing you money. Notice how removing your clutter from your life can make you money. Now, it doesn't happen all the time, but it can help you. It can help you by selling and donating and thrifting and whatever. But also, when you declutter, and my clients tell me this all the time, they find money. They find gift cards. They find things that they can return to Target and get money. They find cash. They find stuff they can sell. Okay? Okay. All right. Erin. I struggle to get in touch with what I like sometimes, or I get stuck in wishful thinking. There's nothing wrong with wishful thinking. This is a deep cut, but there was a song in the 80s called Wishful Thinking by a band named China Crisis. I saw them at the Orpheum in Boston sometime in the 80s. No, it was definitely the 80s. They opened up for a certain band. I'm going to say Ultravox, but I could be wrong. Okay? If you struggle to get in touch with what you like, practice getting in touch with things you like. I like lobster. I don't like olives. I like a nice, clean, open, organized space. This place is delightful. And I don't know if you can see this. Literally, I could probably like put my hand out one window here and have my hand in a cottage there and the other one there. They are literally within 10 feet of each other. Each one of these ones is decorated differently. I picked the one that I loved the inside because I knew we were going to be spending a lot of time inside. I know what I like and I know what I don't like. And the only reason I know that now is because of practice, practice, practice. Okay? You can do it too. This is a wonderful time. Whatever time in life you are right now is a wonderful time for you to say, hey, I'd like to get to know you well. I'd like to get to know me well. I want to know what I like and I don't like. And sometimes it can be annoying to people who know me because I know myself so well. I'm open to new things, do not get me wrong, but I also know what I like and I don't like. And it makes it so much easier to decide what you want and what you don't want. Okay? Wishful thinking, also, London be a good song. Okay, good to know. All right. Riley is saying it was hard to tackle the garage. Ooh. We are also, trust me, I'm not in the Hamptons. It's wicked funny because I've been in the Hamptons before, but I love where we are right now. But I can see the road from where I'm sitting, and I can see a cottage, and I can see a cottage. But you know what I can also see and hear is the water out there. It was hard to tackle the garage, but we did it. Today's another purge, bins of shoes and clothes. Notice the words we use. Now, this is really fascinating to me. Notice the word tackle. Tackle, like you're like a linebacker or something. I'm going to tackle my clutter. And then I'm going to purge it. I mean, binging, purging. Anybody? Tackling and purging. Notice the verbs you choose. How about this? Instead of tackling it, what's a more fun verb you could use? Instead of tackling and purging, get out your thesaurus. What would you rather say? What words make you feel better than doing this? Okay? We get used to using these words because they are in the lexicon all the time. But I say be really curious about the words you use because the words you use in here and out here make you feel a certain way. Man, have I noticed that on vacation. I could choose to say, man, the outside of this cottage doesn't look as good as the other ones, but I choose to say, you know what, it doesn't matter what it looks like on the outside because on the inside, I love this and I'm spending 99% of my time on the inside. I'm not out across the street. I mean, I took a couple of pictures. Notice the words you use, because the words you use start with the thoughts in your head. A thought is here. A sentence is formed in your head before it ever comes out of your mouth. When you become aware of that, you can change the words up here, change the words here, and the words make you feel a different way. Okay? Hey, Chrissy Jump, nice to see you. Riley says her partner helped me. Yeah, don't do it alone. But if you are only you, there is help out there. This is why I show up and I do the coaching. Because if you feel like you're alone, I can help you with this. I can, and I don't want to say train you, but I have a system that I share with all of my clients. I share it right here. Calming down, chunking down, using your timer, road mapping your day. I'm starting to do that now because I'm trying to transition myself slowly out of vacation mode into work mode and things like that. 89 Designs is saying, can you show us your surroundings? It sounds pretty. Sure. See this? Here, let me, oops, I hit the wrong button. All right, let me see if I can do this. Boop. Oh, sorry. Here, I don't know if you can see it. It's very nice. Okay, let me see. I'm not going to follow back. Okay, 89 Designs. I'm going to follow you back just to get rid of it. No offense. Report, mute, block, cancel. I just want to get it off of my screen. What did I do? Oh, well, see, that's what I get. That's why I try not to muck things up when I'm doing these things. Okay. What else can I do? Level 1. Oh, crapola. What the frick has happened here? Come on, I'm trying to get back to my people. Can I? No, I don't want to send a gift. 89 Design, do not take this personally, but I just hit the wrong button. Stay tuned for more rewards. I'm just trying. Okay. No. Oh, your boy, RD. Okay. This has happened to me before when I've touched the screen somewhere. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's that that went away. And let me see if I can do this. Add moderator, cancel, scroll down. Okay. Oh, there we go. Again, I don't know what I did to change it. Sorry, that was totally a behind the scenes thing, okay? So I showed you the place. It's very whatever. I am still on vacation, Pretty Patty. Yeah, I am on vacation until basically Tuesday. But it's rainy and cold. Actually, I'm even going to shut the window a little bit. And so I decided to do it. There we go. Yep. Okay, cool. I almost did Cat Mama. I went back out and back in. Oh, hey, Erin. Nice to see you. Yeah, so as I mentioned to people, and I realized that people are just kind of randomly finding me here because you weren't expecting me to. Usually when I do TikTok lives, I'm really good at scheduling them and letting people know. This is probably a good idea when I tell you I've got a email mailing list you can hop on. It's free, destinationdecluttered.com/join. Those people know when I'm going to do my scheduled TikToks. However, today was a pop-up. And the reason it was a pop-up, it's because it's raining outside. It's raining on prom night, and I decided I actually enjoy doing these TikTok lives, so I'm going to do that. Okay? And so, yeah, I am doing this also because it's really interesting to me. I'll share this with you. I apologize for people who asked questions above. I got kind of derailed when I hit the wrong button, but I just want to share with you that one of the things that was really interesting to me, being a declutterer, and being in a different environment that I just showed you, and I'm not going to show it again because I'm going to hit the wrong button. But this place is painted all white, very minimal in its color scheme. It's basically, big surprise, it's the Cape. God, everything is like white and blue. But this is what I like. The blue here is like an aqua blue. You know I like aqua blue. I don't like the cobalt blue. My mother was into the cobalt blue and the shells. I don't have any interest in that. But this place is nice and it feels peaceful. Everything's where it's supposed to be. There are places to store things. It's very well organized. And it feels really relaxing and awesome in here. And notice that I'm saying it looks good, but because it looks good, it makes me feel good when I'm here. Okay? And pay attention to how your surroundings make you feel. I'll repeat it. make pay attention to how your surroundings make you feel. There are other I am so who was it? Somebody asked me, where was it? TikTok user 01 is saying, where are you? I'm on the Cape, Massachusetts, the Cape. There's no other Cape, it's just the Cape. And I am in not a cabin, a cottage. A cottage versus a cabin. There are like 20 of these in a row. They all look exactly the same. Little cookie cutter things. I love the Monopoly house effect, okay? But each one of them is decorated differently inside. I went through every single one of these that was available to rent, and I picked the one that looked like it would make me feel good, okay? Pay attention to how your surroundings in your house make you feel. Now, the funny thing is this is definitely a vacation for me also visually, because any of you who have seen the TikTok lives that I do at home will see sometimes I have a white background with pops of color in the background, and other times I will be doing a TikTok live from my house where I have a yellow kitchen, an orange tiki room, a kind of lime green living room. I'm used to a lot of color, so this is a nice change. Being here may change what things look like in my house. I'm not about to paint it all white, but my office is pretty white. All right. Okay, here we go. Back, not enough about me and where I am. I'm here for you, not me. I will say this, I'm definitely not an influencer unless somebody pays me big bucks to do it. I'm pretty much private. When I go away, and I like to be away. Glam to be unique says, I seem to can't get myself to start because when I see my clutter, it stresses me out and gives me anxiety. Earlier in the video, and I'm happy to repeat this as often as I can because to me, I say it a lot, but to you, it may be the first time you're hearing it. Notice how your clutter makes you feel. Notice how when you see your clutter, it makes your body feel it. And then you don't get started because your body is feeling stress and anxiety. Notice how even if it isn't the clutter, but when you feel stress and anxiety, you can't get a lot done. You're probably paralyzed. You're playing freeze tag. What you do then is you don't just start anyway. You don't just override your body, your nervous system. You start with it. You start with it and you say, okay, I'm going to calm down my nervous system. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to be Sally O'Malley. I'm going to bend. I'm going to move. I'm going to slow down, calm down, all those things until I don't feel as stressed. I don't feel as anxious. And then I'm going to start to pay attention to my thoughts about my clutter. Boring and cheap. That's who I am. I'm boring and cheap. Get a 50-cent notebook and just start writing that stuff down. What thoughts go through your head? What sentences, what words in your head pop up when you start to feel anxious about your clutter? Write them down. Get them out of your head, and here's another down into paper. That can help you. Yep, that can help you. Yeah, frozen. You can unfreeze yourself. Even when you think of yourself frozen, this is one of the things I use all the time. Think of the opposite. If you feel stressed, what do you want to feel? I want to feel calm. If you're frozen, I want to feel like I'm in flow. I want to feel I can move. And even fake it till you make it. Get your body moving. Go shake it off. Do a little shake it off, like Kermie or Taylor Swift or, whatever, doing Shake Your Groove thing for all I care. So get yourself feeling better physically and mentally. And then the wonderful thing is, oh yeah, it is a crappy, rainy day here. The bus just went by and somebody just pulled up and they've got their windshield wipers going on. Feel better. Learn how you feel and notice, make yourself feel better. And when you feel better, you're gonna then be at the starting point when you know where to start. And when you feel like you're able to start small, start easy. Congratulate yourself with every win, every single thing you've put away. Liz Lemon high five. Every single thing you've put in the trash, Liz Lemon high five. Every single thing you have put in a donation bag or box, Liz Lemon high five. Everything you've sold to somebody that you've gotten out of your house, Liz Lemon high five. Okay? And Sarah Martin, etc., you are not alone if you love notebooks, but I will say this. I say this to everybody, including myself. You can buy notebooks. They're great. They look good. Use them. I don't care if it's fancy. I got my fancy notebook here. I have used this. This is crazy, you guys. Pretty soon. See all this? This is me showing up for myself, writing down all the good stuff I've done. I categorize, I share my wins. I learn about myself. I write it down because it helps to get to know me. Okay, I started this in what? 2020 and beyond. What's the first day in this? Welcome to my awesome life, 2022 plus. February of 2022, and I'm going to tell you that I might not make it till the end of June, and then I have a new one I'm going to start. Okay? Yes, and notice Sarah Martin, where you're forcing yourself to use them because they're too pretty. Notice you have to force yourself to use something nice for yourself. Why is it a force? You deserve to use a pretty notebook. You can't fuck up a notebook, okay? That's what I love about the simplicity of a notebook with, this one's got lines, this one's got lines. Even if you do, you can tear a page out, you can start again. You can start again. This is the second one of these things, and I have one on deck. Okay? I get it. I would say I'm one of you. We are all, I am you and you are me, and we are all together. I have used notebooks. I'm like, ooh, that's too nice. I'm like, I deserve nice things. My life is in this book. And the neat thing is if this book went up into flames, I would be bummed. I lost a travel journal once. When I was over in Ireland, I had a travel journal and I mistakenly left it in, I can't remember. I don't know where I lost it, or else I would have found it. And I'm bummed about it, but you know what I do is I savor the moment I'm in, and part of helping me to savor it is to write it down as it's happened. I've already started to savor the things from today. Sunday, June 9th, rainy day. I was up early when it wasn't rainy and photoed the front and inside of it says house, I'm going to put cottage. See, I can cross out a word and use a better one. I can't screw this up. I might have a friend of mine make a painting of it. I looked at the other cottages on the inside. Hello, Google. And I decided I am feeling good about my choice. Then I went back to bed. Then I took a walk on the beach. I had breakfast sandwiches, and now I'm doing a TikTok live. These are the things that are adding joy to my life. Or even more joy. You know what my word is, you guys? I will share my word with you. Delight. Groove is in the heart, and delight is my word. I am delighted. What are you going to be delighted by today? Okay? I'm going to be delighted by the fact that I decided to do a TikTok live and I'm doing it. I may be delighted about the fact that I have such a flexible schedule that I'm going to maybe go back to bed after this. I may, there's all sorts of things. But learn about yourself. Yeah. Groove is in the heart after all. It really is. Groove is in the heart. What makes you, I'll ask you this. You don't have to tell me today. Tell me the next time I do a TikTok live. Probably won't be tomorrow because we're going to be on the road. May not be Tuesday because I've got a wicked busy schedule as far as coaching and consultations. I'm also getting a haircut. Maybe Wednesday. Find something to be delighted by and write it down. I say write it down because your brain is going to forget. I don't know about your brain. Does your brain do this? It remembers the bad stuff and it forgets the good stuff. My brain will be happy to tell me that shitty thing that happened years ago and all the crap and all the bad stuff. I have to actively quiet down my own backseat drivers. Shh, look at how wonderful this place is. Okay, so it doesn't have cedar shingles and wooden shutters and green paint. You know what? This place looks awesome on the inside. Okay? There we go. Linda is delighted by going to my two granddaughters' dance recital. Yeah. Christina says you are inspiring. Thanks for the great ideas. Oh my God. Ideas. I've got a wicked lot of ideas. And that's why I show up on TikTok, because it does me no good to just keep them sitting here. I'm not going to hoard them. I'm not going to keep them to myself. I'm here to share my knowledge that has made my life be something I love. Carla is saying, because Carla is one of my one-on-one clients, Beth asks you questions to start you thinking. This allows you to make a plan that works for you. Amen, sister. I love that our coaching relationship is going there, because I don't drive your car. I don't clean your house. But what I do is I show you a method. I teach you, like a driver's ed teacher, how to drive your own car, your own life, to do a thing, to steer in the direction you want to go to stop at the scenic outlooks, to then keep on going when you see a hitchhiker and you're like, I don't want that person in my life. Okay? There we go. Kit Kat says, I'm going to be delighted going to bed tonight with an organized closet. There we go. User 77300 is saying, Beth, how did you get started in this wonderful decluttering life coaching business? I kind of just started. Now, I say that, it took pretty much an entire lifetime of being cluttered, knowing how it made me feel, feeling stuck, not knowing what to do, doing a lot of good stuff in my life, but I couldn't quite crack the code on why our house could look good on the outside, but don't open that door, don't go into that drawer. And I would go and spend all my free time gathering up items. I know it was to make me feel better, but I grew up with collectors and holder-on-tos and what-ifers. And for a certain amount of my life, that was my fun. Do not get me wrong. I do not disparage collectors and cluttered people. We are simpatico. However, at a certain point, as I like to say a lot, like, it was fun until it wasn't. And when it wasn't fun, it took me a while to figure out what worked, what didn't. I got some self-help coaching. I realized how much coaching changed my life. And then I also realized too, if that person knew things that helped me, I may know something that might help somebody else. And I just kind of started with my friends, with my family, different ways. And then I started doing TikTok lives, and that's how I've gotten my clients for the entirety of last year. Okay. I love it. User 1963 brought 2 bags of clothes to my friend who gives them to the homeless colony. When I want to ask you, user 1963, you did that thing. How does that feel? I hope it feels good. I hope you feel better. Because when you feel better, it's so much easier to release things. Let them go, let them go, let them go. When you feel better, you're not looking to like acquire and buy to get that happiness, because you already feel it inside. I love it. Heidi just had a tiny shed set up for all of my outdoor tools I use the most. Off the porch and tidy now. Ooh, I love it. I have a client. I haven't talked to her in a couple of weeks because I've been traveling. And she's been struggling with what to do with her outdoor tools as well. Yeah, Jill, you bring up a really good point, so I can help you with that because I know about this. It's so easy for me to help you clean, but I can't seem to clean my own room. Yeah, me too. You know why? Because my stuff tells me stories. Your stuff tells you stories too. This is how it works. Your eyes look at something, like the Bionic Man. Your eye lands on something. If you're in your own home, it tells you a story. That really should be put away. Oh, I need to fix that. I don't have a home for that. Man, I have too many of these. It tells you whatever it tells you a story. Bip, 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 like you see it, dit, 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 dit. It comes back, you recognize it, and your brain has a story. A little beep, 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 little ticker tape. That story, those words make you feel a certain feeling. And once you start feeling a feeling, that can make it more easy or difficult to let things go. So everybody, including me, our stories tell us stuff. Our stuff tells us stories. The reason why I think it's so nice to sometimes go on vacation, to be in a hotel room or a cottage like I am, is none of these things tell me stories. I didn't buy them. I didn't paint the brick fireplace. I didn't choose these, throw pillows. So it's quiet in here, not just because it's quiet, whatever. It's because it's quiet in here. And when it's quiet in here, it feels better in here. Like I feel so zen. I'm not looking at stuff. But the cool thing is, okay, Michelle is saying, I'm deep depression and I can't get out of my own way. Oh God, I remember that phrase from my own life. I am tired of talking to therapists. Okay. Now that's a bummer because therapists can really help you. And depending upon what you're struggling with, this is why I am and will forever remain a life coach, and I will never get into official therapy. Frankly, I find therapy to be restrictive, but also I know that therapy is really good for some people who have are struggling with things that I am not licensed nor expertise in handling. Notice, though, why you are tired of talking to your therapist. What isn't working for you? Everybody, this is a really helpful hint. So, Michelle, thank you for sharing that so other people can be benefiting from the struggle you're going through. Is sometimes we know what we like and sometimes we don't, but here's a fun hack. Here's a fun thing to play with. And as I said, I like to talk about opposites. You know what you don't like. Write down what you don't like. Fold a piece of paper in half. I'm doing it in my little notebook right now. Actually, this is my good notebook, but like if I was in my crappy notebook, this is where the work goes on. Take a piece of paper, okay? Do this. This is what we do in coaching. If Carla's still here, you know it. Get a crappy notebook. Get a cheapo notebook. Write down on this side all the stuff you don't like about the talking to the therapists. Get it all out of your head and onto paper. That's only half of it. That's only the beginning. Then reread whatever sentence that is, and on the other side, on the other hand, write the opposite. I don't like this. That means I do like this. I don't like it when this. I do want this. Then you will know what you're aiming for. You know I don't like cold, my feet being cold. I put on socks. I know I don't like olives, so I don't eat them. I know I don't like being yelled at, so when I see people yelling, I back off. I don't like, oh, my life will end in 5 minutes. Oh yeah, maybe it won't, TikTok. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm usually a listener. Okay, Michelle, that's great. Listen to yourself. Yeah, and trust me, I got to share with you guys. If the person you're working with isn't getting you results, there are so many other people out there. It's kind of like there's a lock for every key, but sometimes if it's not working, it's not working. It's like any other relationship in your life. And if you are going through therapy, you're paying somebody, they can only use the toolkit they have. They can only give you the same ideas, and they're going to run out of new ones because they use the same one. Same thing with me. I have my same toolkit that I use. Calming down your nervous system, getting curious, not judgmental, writing stuff down. All of that, I do the same thing with all of my clients. Now, I'm not saying, Michelle, maybe you and I could be one-on-one clients. I would suggest maybe looking at some of my TikTok videos. You might find some help there. But what I will say is that if what you're doing isn't working, do something else. That was one of the most powerful things of advice, words of advice I got. I'll never forget where I was. I was in a tiki bar in Asbury Park, New Jersey, talking to a friend who makes these fabulous dresses. She had done certain things and she was doing other ones. She went from like doing kind of stuff to, then she started going bespoke. And I will never forget it. Rocket Betty. She's great. Look her up. And she said, you know what, if what you're doing isn't working, do something else. Okay? So that's when you need to take charge and drive towards, like maybe what I will do is I will take some actions this week. I will go look up. I will notice what I don't like about this person, because when you know what you're looking for, you will more easily find it. If I'm only looking for cobalt blue sea glass on the beach, my eye goes to only blue. It filters out all the rest, and you're going to be more likely to find it. Okay? There we go. Anne is saying, write down what you don't like to figure out what you do like. Oh, it's so funny. You're saying that like, I'm like, oh yeah, I agree. And you're just saying what I just said was really good. No, seriously, there is gold in them thar hills, people. Even the things you're saying that are negative, if you stop and write them down and then flip it to the flip side of what's the positive, what can I learn from this negative thing? I have learned more and more about myself, that I am affected by what I see. I enjoy looking at pleasant environments. I feel better when my surroundings look pleasant to me. That is something that's important to me. So now, like for example, when I go to find another place to go on vacation and I'm not staying at somebody's house, I will pick a place that is visually appealing to me because it makes it feel good. Okay? Now, I've got like 1 minute gone and it's still rainy and still kind of crappy, but I'm going to take a shower, warm up my feet, put on some socks. I think we're going to go for a walk. We got to buy a pair of sandals for my husband. But Interesting. Carla, thank you for sharing that. I want to read it because the reason I read these things is so I may go over a minute or two. TikTok, be nice, is because when you watch these recordings on YouTube, that they, what do you call it? They don't have the scroll here, so you might not read it. So Carla is saying, Carla's one of my clients, says, Michelle, Beth has had me do this, the writing down, and sometimes things come out on paper I didn't even realize. That's the whole reason we get it out of your head and onto paper. It's because we don't even know what's under the hood here until we get it out and we write it down. Okay? Jill is asking, why can I help others to clean but not myself? Do I not value myself enough? Yeah, you do, but you have stories, and stories up here can make you feel different up here, and then it's hard to move your hands. Okay? Notice these things. This is what I love to do. Oh, Luther Vandross has a song about doing the same thing, expecting results. Okay, Cat Mama, if you think about it, hit me up on a, I know we've DM'd, let me know what it is. I like Luther. There we go. Yeah. Alrighty. I'm going to sign off at the moment. I think this is a good time for me to stop. I won't be doing another TikTok live till later in the week. What I will do, though, is I will give you a quick shameless plug, because I'm not ashamed of it at all. I do one-on-one coaching. Information about that is on destinationdecluttered.com. I have a free email mailing list that people on the mailing list get to know all about all the stuff I do. The TikTok lives, the free webinars, the cool stuff that I'm doing, the first access to the recordings. All of that is also on my website, destinationdecluttered.com. You can sign up for it there. Also, even if that's too much for you and you're like, nah, Jan, nah, what I want to suggest to you is, if you like what you hear, follow me here on TikTok. Also, maybe the last thing is too, is if you know people who are cluttered and they need help, let them know I'm here. My name is Beth, Destination Decluttered, Decluttering Life Coach. Okay? And skedaddle, I love it. I'm going to skedaddle myself. Cat Mama's going to pull out her Luther CDs. Jeannie, I think, is heading over to Dunkin' Donuts or Destination Decluttered. I love it. And I really love what I do. I am so glad I showed up today to do this, even though I'm on vacation. But the next time you see me, I'll be in my own awesome house. And I wish you an awesome Sunday. Do something today that delights you. Pay attention. Notice the stories in your head, the thoughts, the sentences in your brain when you look at things, and know that you can change it. Okay? Yeah, Jeannie. It's so funny. I am in Massachusetts now, so I see DD and I think of Dunkin' Donuts. Okay? Hey, there we go. 8-9 Designs got me to 20K likes. Oh, hoo-hoo, there we go. All right, people. Yeah, spread the word. I love it. Okay, now I'm signing off for reals, you guys, this time. All right? I'll see you later in the week. Have an awesome day. You can do this. I'm here to help. All right? Bye.